All right, so I'm going to take you guys through one of my acceleration days today. Kind of sticking with the theme of I've been having good success with matching my pogos and plyometrics with the type of sprinting I'm doing. So the acceleration versus max velo. So acceleration is usually a little bit longer ground contact, a little bit deeper angles, whereas max velocity is usually more vertical and quicker off the ground. So I'm going to go through some band resisted pogos today. A little bit thicker band, honestly, because we broke one of the other ones. So this is just the next heaviest band that we can do. So again, give me a little bit deeper ranges of motion, a little bit longer on the ground. Those do kind of turn into like almost mini jumps. That's fine if you're treating them like pogos and still trying to get as quick as you can off the ground while pulling the toe up. You're fine. All right, the next one we're gonna do. One that I really like is wall supported pogos. You can set up in the forward lean, just like you would do for if you were to do like the wall drill and singles and doubles, that kind of stuff. So again, it matches the angle of the acceleration. I just like to prepare the Achilles for the angles that I'm going to ask of it today. So again, get in the forward lean. I'm going to stay on the balls of the feet. I want to stay off the tippy toes. Okay, work the balls of the feet. Okay, so I can really get the stretch on this calf complex here. When we're doing those, you should feel like the top of your head is going to bounce into the wall. We don't want to get up here because we're kind of defeating the purpose. We want to make sure that we're kind of working forward and backward into the wall. All right, so last week just did a standard broad jump. This week just want to change it up a little bit. I'm going to add a little hop into it. Okay, that's why I got the hurdle set up here. So a little hop into it, a little hop over into a broad jump. On this one, okay, if you want to try it at home, you don't have to worry so much about being so quick off the ground. Okay, worry about putting force into the ground, being a little bit longer, a little bit more patient, and worry about driving out as opposed to how quickly can you get off the ground. Now, does it have a time and place? Absolutely, but today's not that day. So we're gonna get a little hop over, get as far as we can. Feels all right. All right, so then with my sprint days, or really anything, whether it's lifting or sprinting or jumping, whatever it is, it's good to have what you can call like tester exercises. Tester exercises are ones that they test your more or less your readiness for what you're about to do, or to see if you're producing force how you want to. So for example, what I'm gonna do today is gonna be a standing triple jump to get as far out as I can. All right, I know that typically if I get a bigger number on that, I know it's usually gonna be a good acceleration day. Good one for max velo is to do like a mini depth drop jump on the jump mat, see what my reactive strength, my RSI score is. You know, med ball throws for pitching, you know, some various shot put throws. So each kind of category you want to go over has its own tester exercise. You just got to figure out which ones work best for you, and you know, figure out which ones correlate best. So I'm gonna do a standing triple jump. Gonna start with a broad jump, and then it's your alternating bound with the other two legs. So make sure that we're not getting a running start into it, because then we're not really testing what we want to. So let's 24.8. Let's do another one, kind of see what we get. I usually like to take the average of two, because you can do really good, you can PR on one and the other one's trash, and then, you know, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. So you want to kind of take the average between the two, or three or four, how many ever you decide to do. Easy. Yeah, I was right on 25. So I went, what, 24.8, 25 flat, so call it 24.10 on average. That might actually be one of my better goes. So we're actually going to check the record board and see what we got. But yeah. All right, we're going to go sled sprint today. Goal is going to be really to feel pushed through the ground. Last week, that was one of my biggest things. I was just trying to get out of the step too quick, and I wasn't putting enough force in the ground. So All right, going back. Didn't like where my heel was going. I liked the rep, but I didn't like where my heel was going. So I try to keep it a little bit more shallow here. Whew, almost collapsed on one of those. That wouldn't have been bad. All right, going resisted sprint here. I like to pair these up with a sled. They're usually a little bit less resistance. And obviously I get to move the arms now, so it's a little bit what you'd call a free run. So make sure if you do these, if you have access to these, or you don't necessarily need a harness setup. You can use a rope too, or a band, and just hold around your waist and just have someone hold it and resist you. But when you do these, make sure that you're doing equal reps on each leg so you don't get overly good on one and ignore the other. Okay, so now we're gonna get the other foot. Hopefully make the reps as like as or equal as possible, just to kind of, this can also be kind of a gauge in your mind if you feel like you've been heavily using one side versus the other, to kind of equal both out. With the resistance, constant resistance, it's gonna tell you one way or the other. So all right, so now we apply what we learned from our technique and jump session. All right, see what we can get. Care about the times a little bit. Obviously don't want them to be bad, but more so about how it feels and how it looks. Because then the times will come once you start sprinting more and more. All right. All right, so time wasn't what I wanted, but just feel like I'm getting too much. That's really a common mistake, is people getting too much. They do this as opposed to that. So I got to work my exchange more, push more out. So. Punch my. All right, last one I blasted my quad with my hand, punching through. It hurt pretty good. Let's not do that. Okay, have ripped a pair of shorts before. Thumb comes sweeping by, rip some shorts. Don't like that. All right. All right, so today's just one of those days where the times aren't matching up what you're feeling. So, moral of the story is, you keep going because the sprint stimulus is unbeaten, and it will catch up and it will start to benefit you. So don't get frustrated if your times are down.